Hey everyone, zo.azubuike with Ed's Home Finance, and I'm going over this household budget template. All right. I've had this sent to a couple of clients, and they have given me positive feedback. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try to make this available to anyone that needs it. So there's gonna be a link to this in the description or comments of this video, and you can click on that link and follow the instructions to actually make your own copy of this. All right. And when you make your own copy, you're just gonna personalize it however you need to personalize it, right? So I'm just going to kind of go over it real quick so you have an idea. This first line is going to show you the exact percentage of your income that the category is taking up. Okay, so starting from the right to the left, spend, right? This is the biggest one because most people struggle with spending. So the idea of budgeting is to be able to tell your money what to do, right? Can't tell your money what to do if you don't know what it's doing. So we got to come on here and actually document everything that is happening month to month. And this is a monthly snapshot, right? So for some of you, you may need to go back 6 months and do an average to figure out what these amounts are. But as you can see here, I have fixed for a certain category, a certain number, and then I have variable. All right. So the numbers that are different every month, like groceries and dining out, you want to come up with a cap for how much that ends up being on average and try to be under that every month, right? Possibly need to open up separate accounts to do this to where you can really have a clean understanding of what your money is doing because you're allocating a certain amount from your income for this particular category every month. For whatever that number is and whatever your total number is, you want it to be under 50% of your income. That's an ideal, healthy budget for your household, okay? So you even notice in here, this is something that is helpful for my wife and I. And not to say that my wife is the biggest spender in our household. I might be the biggest spender. Whoever the spender is between the spouses, it's always a good idea to have a specific budget for each individual so that there's no judgment on whatever they spend. They can have it, they can have at it every month. This is the exact amount, but you just try to stay strict to exactly what those numbers are and making sure that, it aligns with the overall budget being under 50%. So moving over here to the savings side, you want to have a target of at least having 3 to 6 months of savings put aside. Once you're there, really, I recommend invest everything else. You don't want to keep saving because the way inflation goes, if your money's just sitting there, it's eroding, right? So you want to make your money start working for you once you get to the point where you've gotten 3 to 6 months saved up, because you never want to be cash poor. So, for example, if we were going to put 1,500 here, look how much our numbers go down here, right? So you always want to have green left over at the end of the month when you go through this. This shows you the percentage, but if you have a target of 15%, you can adjust it accordingly. And then when you start investing, whatever your 401k is, sometimes if you have a match with your company that automatically comes out of your paycheck, you can almost just not even have to count that in the budget. Because by the time we get to the income, you really want to be looking at your income from a net number, whatever your take home pay is, right? So if you have breadwinner one or breadwinner two, however many people are working, document the take home amount. And that's what you want to do your budget off of. Okay. And then for those of you that are givers and want to be generous with your money, some of us are believers. We believe in tithing. You have 10%, and then whatever extra comes out after that. But just keep in mind, once you're over budget, once you're over the 100% calculation up here, this number is going to turn red. Or when this number is in the negative, this box is going to turn red to show you got to make adjustments, right? So where do we need to make adjustments here? Maybe we come here and we say, you know what, we're just going to keep this at 1,000 or 100 or 500, but you can play around with the numbers to see, and you always want to make sure that your numbers are given a little bit of a cushion after every month so that you can, you know, have a little bit of leeway, right, with your overall budget. But this is just a helpful snapshot Google sheet that you can use that's already set up with all the math and the formulas. If you have any questions, let me know. This is definitely different from the debt to income ratio Google sheet that some of you have access to, that we also have on this channel, available on this channel. This is more so for your household budget, not necessarily something that underwriters look at. But I will say that if you have this down packed, ideally your debt to income ratio numbers are going to look good as well. So again, if you have any questions on anything, feel free to reach out. Happy to help at any time. And thank you for considering us at Edge Home Finance for your home loan needs. And as always, let me know how I can help. Hope to see you on the next video.